Hi guys, my name is Jason Biddle and I write about weird animals for a living. You might have seen my work in National Geographic, the Washington Post, Smithsonian Magazine, and New Scientist Magazine. And when you guys approach this project, I want you to be curious above all else. If you read something that doesn't quite make sense, or you come across a word that you've never heard before, look it up. Recently I came across this word, duraphagus, and I had absolutely no idea what it meant. So I Googled it, and it turns out it means skeleton crushing, as in animals that crush other animals' skeletons, which is awesome, and I never would have known that if I didn't look it up. And also to give your writing skills a workout, because they're muscles, just like anything else, and you need to exercise your muscles. So I encourage you guys to experiment, use new words, try to use some humor maybe. You can even work on throwing a pop culture reference in there. Add some bangarang. So what that means is basically try writing in a way that catches someone's attention. Better yet, try writing something that you yourself would want to read. And above all, stay curious. But if you'll excuse me, I have to talk to a woman about some howler monkeys. Thanks, and good luck.
I got a friend, and he's got a friend that no one can see is imaginary. And that isn't all. You see, he's not a human being. He's got a horn on his head and a jungle for a bed. Not ordinary. What's his name? How should I know? He's our imaginary rhino, and we think he's more wonderful, because he's invisible.
They can flap their wings 20 to 200 times per second. Fast. They are fond of nectar, spiders, and insects. Yummy.
The materials of a hummingbird's nest is cotton and small bits of leaves. Hummingbirds like to fly solo. Hummingbirds have long-term memory.
Birds beat their wings 80 times a second, and hummingbirds move so fast that they can hover like a helicopter. Hummingbirds fly 2,700 miles south from Canada, and hummingbirds shape their nests with their beaks.
A hummingbird can eat up to half its weight in one day.
Hummingbirds shake their heads to deal with rain.
Then the larva has control over the spider. And the spider at this point is a zombie. It doesn't control anything by itself anymore.
Sometimes we're out in the sea, sipping southern sweet tea, out of tiny china cups, when his rhino interrupts to offer us cake. And other times we're out in Albuquerque, where the weather starts to feel murky. So we climb on his back and sing, "Bring my Bonnie back," and soon we're home.
There's also, some people say that glowworms. There's also squids and jellyfish. They also glow. So how do they go about doing this glow thing, guys? We're gonna talk about it. This is a light stick that also uses chemical or chemiluminescence, right? Lum means light, chem means chemicals, and then in an animal it's called bioluminescence. So light, because that animal or that insect is creating it by itself, but it uses chemicals, so it's kind of the same thing. But the reason is because, you know those electrons that are moving around all excited? Well, when it gets cold, what do? Do you end up jumping all around everywhere? You kind of stay in place, right? Yeah. So it's cold, so those electrons, the chemical process where the chemicals mix, it slows down a lot. so it's dimmer. It's giving off less light at a time.
Sitting down at the dinner table, hoping mom and dad are able to see that he's wonderful, because he's invisible, visible. Here we go, ra-na-na-na, ra-na-na-na-na-na, ra-na-na-na, ra-na-na-na-na-na. Now we're almost at the end, but see, our rhino's got this friend that no one can see. Is imaginary. So we sing, Rhino, come on, come on, come on, stop making things up. But the rhino seems so sure, so politely we defer and set the table for more, 'cause it's more than super final to be a man.